Liam Mendes is with the Australian newspaper. We just spoke to his colleague, but he is now at the scene. Liam, give me an idea about the sense of tension in the situation and how that has ebbed and flowed since you got there.
Yeah, good evening, Paul. Thanks for having me. It's a very high, intense situation right here. Police have just started trying to move a very large crowd. Initially, police sources told us that there was a crowd of 2,000 people here. It certainly seems that figure could be correct. There are police armed with riot shields, helmets, batons. Some of them are using them to move this crowd on. There's multiple police cars that have been severely damaged, the windscreens smashed, antennas ripped off. The dog squad are here as well. It's probably calmed down a little bit, just in the last couple of minutes. However, they're... Sorry, I'm just going to watch.
No, you got a lot of people around you, I understand.
And police have also been deploying pepper spray as well.
So, Liam, let me ask you, on top of the information you're giving right now, and I understand that there could be people that are hearing half of it coming out and may well be turning around in your direction, so I appreciate where you might have to stop and start here. But give me an idea, again, about that placement of the police figures that are in, let's effectively say, riot gear, which is what normal people would understand to be helmets and shields. Are they moving to and forward a crowd? Is a crowd moving to and forward them? Or they've just created a static barrier and everyone is, for want of a better term, in their places?
So previously there was a static barrier, and up until 5 minutes ago, the police just they essentially went down to one end of the street, formed a line, and then essentially charged. You could hear them almost yelling, and that's how they got the crowd moving. Up until about 5-10 minutes ago, the crowd was static. They were watching. It sounds like that from what members of the public who are here, they're telling me that they essentially want to get the person who has allegedly stabbed someone tonight.
Yeah, and that's what police are trying to do. And you can hear some people calling a familiar tone for anyone who's been in and around major demonstrations. At the end of those, when they try to move people on, they basically say "move back," as we can hear the sirens in the background as they're trying to now start to move people. Can you give me an idea, and again, of where you are right now? Where are you on Welcome Street, and that movement is starting to move from, say, the corner of Box and Welcome, and we're moving people away from the church down Welcome, or are they being pushed down onto Box Road?
So originally where I was on the corner of Welcome Street and Box Road, and that movement that occurred around 10 minutes ago now, they had started heading towards the Bulls Road. It is. So it's on the corner of Bulls Road and...
Yep, I can see Bulls and Bathurst there. Yeah, Box, okay. Right.
Bulls and Box Road, so it's a roundabout, and there's, dozens of police cars here, dozens of police cars behind us. Yep. And this is where police have formed a line, and I think they possibly would have done a similar thing somewhere, along other streets. This church was on the corner of a three-way intersection.
Yeah, and obviously, if my reading of the map is correct, Box Road would be a larger street than Welcome. So the ability to push people back means that the crowd can thin out a little more, as opposed to pushing them, obviously, which they're trying to get them away from the church, but closer to the church or closer down the funnel that is Welcome Street.
Yes, that's correct. And now things have we've got the police chopper surrounding, circling where we are at the moment, but it seems like things have calmed down a little bit, and police are just holding their line, possibly trying to get a bit of their breath back, because they're just holding this line now, and things seem to have calmed down a bit from where I am.
Yeah, my sense again about these crowd situations, and again trying to move people on, is that there will be little surges. It'll happen sometimes it'll be sort of a couple of times in a minute. Sometimes it'll be every couple of minutes, because they don't want to create a sense of a pattern for people to be pushing back on. But that's what they see there. All right, Liam. Before I let you go, can you just again paint a picture for us? Literally, what can you see directly in front of you? What's to your left? What's to your right? Give me the 360 of where you are right now, so everyone can start to have an idea of what you can see.
So right now the police helicopter is circling around us. It arrived probably 30 minutes ago. There are a big line of police. Some of them appear to be general duties, and then there's a lot of others that are special operations support, where they've got the batons, they've got sorry, I forgot what they call
No, I understand.
The riot shields, that's what they are. And they're wearing helmets, and they've got a lot more body armour, and they're a bit further to the front. And look, the crowd seems to have, dispersed a fair bit. I'm certainly not seeing the same numbers that we saw a short time ago.
Excellent. All right, Liam, thank you. We've made you a TV reporter, a radio reporter, and filing, of course, for websites and newspapers. That's a modern man. I appreciate it. Liam Mendes there, of course, a reporter on the scene at the front of the church here for the Australian newspaper.